Oh my gosh, we're doing something different. Here we go. Hey, I am Angela Shelton. I make movies and write books and screenplays and stuff like that. I also, my service work that I'm going to do for the rest of my life, because that's what I do, is I start conversations and I help inspire you to heal and move on with your life and live happily ever after, no matter what you've been through. Because I've been through it. Like the list is long, from domestic violence, child sexual abuse, foster care system, oh my God, poverty, Hollywood, that kind of thing. So I'm all about healing and moving on and living the best life you possibly can so that we can make more movies. Yeah, maybe not in Hollywood. I don't have any anger or anything. Just kidding. Yeah, I do. And so I always talk about the sword of trauma. That's my thing. That's like the epiphany that I had when I was traveling, sharing my documentary and my book. I literally had this epiphany. Like I saw it, not like crazy, like seeing things in the world, but I saw, like, I had a vision. I had a creative vision that all the trauma we've been through is literally like a sword. And I talk about it a lot. And so we go through the stages of, okay, well, you acknowledge that you've been through something, you remove it, right? You purge the pain, you heal the wound, and then you have it. So this, your life experiences, you can also see that it's not you. You're not a label of like incest survivor, rape victim, loser, whatever, insert word of whatever the little hamster wheel we have of the negative thought patterns. What I'm talking about now this weekend is going deep into the sex stuff. Oh my gosh. And revealing, acknowledging the pain, revealing the pain, just literally open it and healing that stuff so that we can have, this is ladies only for this particular weekend, but I will open up open up another one for the men and the ladies, and bring some men in. It's just the double entendres everywhere. I love it. The point is, the ladies only is so that we can have a safe place, because women get a little weird when the fellas are around. So this weekend is going to be private, ladies only. And we're going to really look at, and I'm sharing this openly because so that you can get it. You don't have to like pay to take a masterclass with me or something. Everything I do in regards to healing will always have a free coupon, because I don't want to ever be, because I've been there, like, I really want to do that healing thing, but I can't afford it. Well, literally, like, let's talk. I'll give you a code. If you can pay for it, obviously awesome, because all of us doing this work, like, you have to pay for the back end and all that stuff, so it like helps me cover the overhead. But I'm here to help you, and then I want you to go watch my movies, because I'm making movies here, and I got another one in the works too. I'm very excited. But first, we're going into the sexy stuff this weekend, because so many times you don't have to be a victim of child sexual abuse or domestic violence to have messed up things around sex, right? And insecurities, your body images, like body hatred. I had it. I was a model. Living in Paris. I've been on cover magazines. I've done all those runway shows. I was with Christy Turlington and Linda Evangelista and all that. I was doing that life. And my thought patterns in my head were, you ugly, disgusting piece of crap. So literally, it does not matter what you look like. It matters what you're thinking and what you're feeling and what you're like energetically, you let the divine spirit come through you and shine its magnificent self as you. What? Yeah, we're going there this weekend. I'm actually putting together this, it's about a 30-minute meditation visualization that will help you have an orgasm with nature. Oh, wait, what? Yes, we're going there. Because it's so healing and amazing when you actually are in your body and you heal all this stuff, like you actually start addressing this and healing from it, then you become a major, amazing goddess warrior in the world, and let's go do some awesome things. But the trauma can keep us stunted. It does in your life. Just look at it. Look at whatever you've been through. If you look at it like a sword, you're like, oh yeah. And this, okay, I'll give you one example as far as the sex stuff. When I was 17, I had this boyfriend, who used to verbally say that he didn't like my body and that my boobs were not up to his standards. And if they were literally during sex would say things like that, would say like, wow, I'd just be so much more attracted to you if your boobs were bigger. Like as a 17-year-old girl who's already got the insecurities, the layers of insecurities, and like it's so damaging. But we do it. We take it in and we listen, and then it becomes filed away and like, oh God. Meanwhile, I've got great tits. And also today, I would have been like, listen, you're a barrel-chested little dick motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. Like, you know, but we can't, if we're stuck in that pattern of the negative thought patterns already from our childhood and from life and reading fashion magazines. Hello, I was in them. Like, I get it. When you have this negative thought pattern and then somebody confirms your negative thought patterns, it just like files it away. You're like, oh, thanks. You just confirmed that I really do hate myself and I'm not worthy of anything. Meanwhile, that's not the truth at all. Like, again, like, it's like if you look at the who's saying it, I was like, oh, little dang motherfucker. I'm sorry. And amazing. But that was in my head for years. And it took me being really like present in my body and actually to love my body, which is so funny because I did not. When I was like literally modeling and getting paid to do it, I quite literally hated myself. And the dialogue was just negative, 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 negative. And so this, when you see it and you acknowledge, you're like, oh yeah, I do have like a whole freaking novella, a daily novella of negative thought patterns. That's number one, to like start removing this, to acknowledge the negative thought patterns and like start replacing them. And I have tons of ways to do that. That's the healing part. And then the sex stuff, like, holy cow. Like, okay, I'm going there because with the sex stuff, you have to be radically honest with yourself. You know, there's some books I'll give to read, and there's going to be some meditation visualizations we're going to do, and I'll share one openly with you here on YouTube and Vimeo and Facebook. And, you know, I'm just going to put it out because I think it's so important, especially now. Like, women, ladies, and fellas, you're awesome. I love you. But the ladies, man, it's time to stop that and put your goddess robes on and get to work. Because we really can actually make a dramatic shift in consciousness and raise the consciousness and actually make the world a better place. You're doing it. I know you. I literally know all of you. And in your lives, you are doing it. And you just need a little bit of like, hey, let's heal that. Oh, not present with your partner. Have you ever been present with your partner? Ever? Are you stuck in fantasy? Are you stuck in thinking about your perpetrator or thinking about what happened? Some people were brought to orgasm during abuse, and so they have so much wrapped around that, like so much shame. It's shame. It's like secrets and shame reside together in silence, and if we speak about it and talk about it, we can reveal the shame, reveal the secrets, and then it's like, oh, you do that too? Did it? Oh my God. And here's this like awesome, funny, hilarious little visualization you can do. And then you'll notice that like, oh, it actually clears it up. Amazing. But with that said, you're going to have to actually really like be radically honest with yourself. And I'm going to too. And it involves being honest. And sometimes that's the hardest thing ever. And looking at patterns in your life, and also noticing that when you have something coming up, like, hey, I really should address that. And then you'll have, I think it's Spirit, God, the great source is going to tell you, yes, exactly. That's exactly what you should be doing. And you're like, no, I need a different kind of sign. I need a different, I'm not going to listen to that one. Can it come in a card? Like, so I get that all the time. So there's a spiritual aspect to this, and also being in your body and elevated. Okay. And I just had one I will share with you, and then I'll shit it because I'll share some meditations with you, and really, really encourage you to come this weekend. Come this weekend. That'd be great. We're not going to do that, but I'll show you ways oh, my hair's getting all, I'll show you some ways. But I do want to tell you a funny little thing with my own history. So I have tons of videos. I literally have like so many, I have probably thousands of videos actually. And I'm editing them, going through all my old stuff, putting it out. Because it's A, it's fun, and B, it's really, really helpful. And consistently, like I'm editing a video from like 2007, 2008, and I'm like, oh, got a problem. Chocolate peanut butter ice cream. And yeah, I have a problem. And I'm going to reveal my problem right now. It's this. This is my problem. This is my secret boyfriend. This is my secret affair. This is the thing we don't talk about it. We have a real long relationship. But with this particular one, which I haven't seen in a long time. This is kind of hard to find. When you find this one, can you get it for me? No. I was like, okay, I'm going to address my own issue. I've literally editing videos and I'm like, oh, I have a cough. I really should not eat dairy, but I have a secret boyfriend and his name is chocolate peanut butter. And so I went last night because I'm doing a course this weekend. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get it. And I was going for a different brand, but I saw this was available. I was like, oh my God. It's like seeing that lover that was your favorite that shows up again. And I'm like, we need to have a date privately together and I'll eat the whole thing. So I go to the grocery store, right? So I buy this and my daughter got a bunch of other stuff. We're in the line. I strike up a conversation with her art teacher who's in line with us, his little teeny town. And we start chatting, and I get home, right? I get home, no big deal. I'm unloading the bags, and I'm like, where my boyfriend at? And I'm like, where you at? Where you hiding? No, gone, not to be seen. He's not in there. He's gone from me. He left me. He's ghosting me. The guy, the bagger dude, had put it into her cart. So I'm like, did I lose my boyfriend? And I'm texting her, hey, chocolate peanut butter end up in your bag? And she's like, oh, I haven't undone my bags yet. I'll look. And then she's like, oh yeah, here it is. She sends me a picture and I'm like, I've considered driving over there, not gonna lie. But I take that as like, hey, there's your sign. There's your sign, Shelton. Like, you were going to commit to eating this one last thing. Notice I'm holding it, by the way. And you were going to commit to like addressing it and not doing it anymore. And then it magically appears in somebody else's cart and it was taken from you. I would take that as like just a little bit of a confirmation sign. What do? I was like, how can I get it back? And she's a teacher at my daughter's school. So literally she put it in her car. And as I dropped my kid off this morning, she rushes it to my car door and hands me my boyfriend. And I was like, I got it. So, oh, when you get the addiction back. Oh, when you know that it's going to make you sick. You know that going down this path is not good. But I'm going to eat the whole thing. And then I'm going to consider breaking up, but maybe we just have to have one more fling. That is also, because it's funny, but I'm like, it's a huge deal. Like you looking at, okay, what are the things that you know you're doing? You know it, and it's bad for you, and it causes this issue and this issue and this issue. Well, this weekend we're going there, and I need to challenge myself to stop this and to break up. Are you ready? Are you ready to break up? Cut to me shoving this whole thing in my mouth. But it's so comforting. Oh, you know what it is? That's exactly it. It's comforting. And it's not even comforting because it doesn't feel good. It actually hurts. And it actually creates more pain in your body. But it's familiar. Yeah, familiar. I use that simply as an example for you. It's like that familiar thing when you're getting into the relationship that puts you right back into the position where you're not being chosen, you're not being respected, you're not being loved, and they're not kind to you. Oh, does that remind you of your mom or your dad or your abuser? That's what we're going to go to that this weekend, and then also ways to remove it and step into the unknown. Like, what would it look like, Shelton, if you didn't eat chocolate peanut butter ice cream? What would it look like in your body? That's one thing. But all of the sexual stuff and the body love and the body respect, what would it look like? What would it look like if you actually really did it? If you really respected yourself and start loving yourself. And I'm going to show you ways to do it. It's going to be funny and it's going to be intense and probably have some tears. I'm just going to warn you because we're going to talk about some pretty heavy stuff and some old programming. And then what do you do when they show up again? What do you do when they show up again and they're on sale? Oh, God. Yeah, I know. I don't have all the answers. I really don't. But I know a lot, and I'm going to share a lot of this stuff this weekend. Be exciting. And I love you.